I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely happy. It feels very good, strangely good, that James Gunn's Superman is doing well. But seriously, why does James Gunn's Superman work so well? This is a movie that had people arguing long before it had fans. From the moment the trailers dropped, it wasn't excitement, it was more of suspicion. The tone felt very off to some, the suit looked too classic for others, and of course, the Snyder vs. Gunn discourse exploded into a full-blown identity crisis for the DC fandom. Some said it looked too soft, others said it finally looked right. Some missed the mythic weight of Snyder's vision, while others were just relieved Superman was smiling again. But now the conversation is kinda shifting. The buzz is surprisingly good. The early talk that this might be the most faithful Superman we have seen in years is literally the best thing for any DC fan to hear. And don't worry, this video isn't like a spoiler heavy deep dive, it's not a story breakdown, it's not gonna talk about the leaks, it's just a look at why this movie works so well, and why even before most people have even seen it, this movie is already shaping up to be something special. And let's start with James Gunn himself, because when James Gunn writes characters, he doesn't just write them for spectacle, he writes them for heart. And I don't think you need to be told that, because just by watching his movies, you can see that that is the case. He made people cry over a talking raccoon. He gave depth to a guy who wears a toilet seat on his head. So when he takes on someone as iconic as Superman, it's not just about power, it's about personality, about humanity. He doesn't treat Superman like a god or a weapon, he treats him like someone raised in Kansas, someone who still believes kindness can make a difference. And from everything we have seen and heard, that warmth is baked into the DNA of this new Superman. Which brings us to something people have been calling this film as one of the most comic booky superhero movies ever made. And that's not an insult, it's just a compliment. Because for the longest time, studios have treated comic booky as a dirty word, something to tone down, something to mature out of. But Gunn takes that idea and says no. Let's bring this back. The comic booky feel isn't about camp or silliness, it's about embracing the general strength instead of running from them. It means leaning into bold visual choices without apology, letting Superman wear his suit with confidence and not irony, letting the world feel larger than life but emotionally grounded. It's about scenes that feel like splash pages, dialogues that feel like it belongs in a thought bubble, but still lands with emotional truth. What matters most is that tone, because this film dares to be sincere. It embraces color, hope, and emotion in a genre that's grown either too serious or too self-aware. Bright colors, a suit that looks pulled from a comic book panel, a Superman that smiles not because he's naive but because he still believes. Gunn isn't just recreating Superman, he's reintroducing the feeling of Superman, and the tone doesn't feel like it's trying to imitate other successful franchises. It feels like it's trying to restore something that used to define superhero stories before they became content machines, something human, something optimistic, something that says yes, the world is hard but maybe we can still do the right thing. That brings us to the cast too, because David Corensword might not have been a household name, but he looked like Superman walked straight out of pages of Action Comics. And more than just the looks, he carries the presence, the classic unshaken optimism. And Rachel as Lois Lane, she's got that sharp, quick-witted, grounded energy. Gunn's not just picking actors. He has said many times that one of the most important things when it comes to his casting was about building chemistry. He's crafting a world that feels real and also idealistic at the same time. And this movie isn't just a Superman reboot, it's more of a blueprint. It's setting the tone for the new DC universe, and it seems like it's doing that by focusing on character over spectacle, sincerity over shock. Instead of chasing what Marvel did or trying to fix what went wrong in the DCEU, this film feels like something new entirely, something more personal and more intentional, and that's what resonates in fans. Aren't just excited, they are hopeful. It's not just the online hype cycle, there's a feeling behind it, a sense that maybe this version of Superman finally understands what he's supposed to represent, and that's kindness. So, why does this Superman movie work so well? It's because it understands excitement. It remembers that Superman isn't supposed to be trendy or gritty or reimagined to death. He's supposed to inspire, and that's exactly what James Gunn seems to be aiming for. With heart, with humanity, and with the belief that being good is still something worth rooting for. Now of course, this doesn't mean the movie is perfect. Every fan is going to walk out with different expectations, and not everyone will walk out with the same reaction. Some people will love it, some won't, and that's just how it is with big legacy characters like Superman. But what matters is that this film isn't a misfire. It isn't a swing and miss. It's actually landing for most people, and the praise far outweighs the criticisms. Hopefully it continues to ride that wave and prove itself where it counts at the box office. Because if this is the direction the DCU is headed, it deserves the support to keep going. So sadly, we've come to the end of this video, but let me know which Superman is your favorite and what you're hoping to see from this new era. And if you're sticking around for more deep dives like this, you could drop a like and subscribe for more content or just to help grow the channel. But until next time, I'm out.